The boy died alone in a rented apartment and wasn't found for a whole month. By then, his body fluids had badly corroded the bedsheets. Kalu discovered childhood photos of the boy with his mother, alongside several books by a famous radio host. They packed everything up and learned from neighbors that the boy was an abandoned orphan, later adopted by a family in New York. But when they discovered he had a congenital heart defect, they abandoned him again. 20 years later, he returned to his hometown and found his biological mother, but she refused to see him. One blow after another crushed his will to live. Eventually, he passed away from a heart attack. Since the boy had living relatives, Kalu made it his mission to find the boy's mother and return his belongings. He also wanted to uncover why she refused to see her own son. He pieced together the torn books and matched the childhood photos with the rest of the items, eventually confirming that his mother was the radio host Han Eunjing. To learn the reason behind her rejection, they went to her workplace early in the morning, but without an appointment. Security wouldn't let them in, so they waited all day, and when she finally got off work, they chased her to her front door, calling out just before she went inside. Not wanting a public scene, Eunjing agreed to meet them at a quiet cafe. When Kalu showed her the old photo, the memories came rushing back. It turned out that when Song-moon was young, he had been placed temporarily in Eunjing's care. She was only 16 at the time, but grew deeply attached to him. When Song-moon was sent to a new foster family in New York, she took lots of photos to remember him, even sewed a little belly band for him by hand. That's why when he grew up, he believed she was his real mother. Eunjing figured if Song-moon had found her and told her his name, she would have remembered him instantly. Not long ago, Song-moon had stumbled upon a photo of young Eunjing in a bookstore, and realized she was the mother he had been searching for. He bought her books, compared the photos, and confirmed her identity. The next day, he went to her workplace, but seeing how famous she had become, he felt small and ashamed. Still, he mustered the courage to ask her for an autograph. When she asked his name, he couldn't say it, so he gave her his English name, Matthew. She signed the book with kind words and blessings. Back home, he stared at those words, and found them painfully ironic, because only he knew how hard life had been. He hated himself for not having the courage, and he hated her for abandoning him in the first place. But he also didn't want to mess up her life. In the end, he endured his illness silently, and passed away without ever telling her the truth.